Hey you guys, it is week 14. My name is Katrina and welcome to Wonderland! Yes, this week I am finally under 200 pounds. The exact weigh-in is 199.52. So yay! I'm pretty excited about that. Being under 200 pounds is amazing. I never want to see that 2 at the beginning of my weight forever. I just don't ever want to see it again. I think that's going to be done. I'm always going to be under 200 pounds now. So that is exciting for me. The last time that I spoke with you guys, I was heading out to Orlando for a week. So I did skip week 13. I did not make a video, so I do have a little bit of time to make up for now. So first is my 3-month update. I measured myself when we got back from Orlando and I was down another 5.5 inches. And I finally lost some inches from my thighs. So I'm pretty excited about that because I was not losing any inches from my thighs and I was getting a little bit frustrated. And so now I am down about 3 inches from my thighs since the last time I measured. So I was able to lose 3.98 pounds since my last weigh-in in week 12. So even though I was on vacation and I wasn't very strict on the plan, I did have quite a few cheats, I was still able to lose weight, which made me very, very happy. So I'm sure you guys are all wondering how Orlando went and if I was able to stick to this plan while being on vacation. And I would say that I was on the plan about 70% of the time. The other 30% of the time I was enjoying myself on vacation. So I did not stick to it the first 4 days like I had wanted to, like I had planned that Monday through Thursday I wasn't going to have any cheats because that's when I was at the conference and I was at work. But that didn't really work out that way because even though I was at the conference all day, we still went out to eat for supper and it made it really difficult to not try the new foods that were available to me. Like I was not going to say no to some fried catfish because I've never had catfish before. I also did not say no to some deep fried alligator as I had never had alligator before. So there were things that I did cheat on and I was okay with it. I was fine with it because I was on vacation and I made sure that I was trying to balance out the cheats. So if I had something that I shouldn't be eating for supper, then I had salad for lunch and I was making sure that I was making my cheats very small and not things that were 100% completely off plan. Except for when I went to Harry Potter World and I did have a Krispy Kreme donut because we don't have Krispy Kreme in Minnesota. Krispy Kreme was in Minnesota for a while and then they completely pulled out of our state and the closest that you can get one is I think like Iowa maybe. So it's quite a drive to get a Krispy Kreme donut and they have them in Florida. So I had to have one. I wasn't going to say no and deprive myself of that experience as I used to love Krispy Kreme donuts in high school. So I did have one. I didn't regret it. I was still able to lose, between the 2 weeks I lost 3.98 pounds. So I still was able to lose weight even having a Krispy Kreme donut and having some foods that were deep fried and having a couple bites of pretzel here and there and a little mini cupcake. I just made smarter choices than I probably would have had I not been on this plan. Another thing that I kind of discovered was that I have opened myself up to trying way more foods than I probably would have before I started this diet. I tried a lot of different salads. I tried fried alligator, which I probably never would have tried before this. I also had a Moroccan cauliflower at a cafe called Tutu Tangos, which is an art house cafe. So it's really beautiful inside. They have artwork all over the walls that is available for purchase, and they do like performances while you're eating. It's really fun. And they had a Moroccan cauliflower there that was so amazing that I honestly was tempted to ask if I could have the recipe since I don't live near there. And it's so good that I didn't want to stop eating it. I almost licked the plate clean. It was so delicious. And that is something that I never would have tried before I started Profile, because I was very set in my ways of what I ate. I ate burgers, I ate fries, I ate things like that. And I've expanded the options that I eat. Now that I'm on this plan, I'm willing to try new things. And so that actually was very nice, and it was cool to find that out and to be a little bit more adventurous with my eating, because I was in a new place, and so it was nice to kind of test my limits a little bit that way. Another thing that I had in Orlando that was so amazing, and I need to find a way to recreate that here, is I had a salad that had fresh fruit on it, some spring greens, a nice lemon vinaigrette, some blackened shrimp, and some candied almonds. And it was amazing. So I think that I'm going to actually start making that at home, because it was really good, and I'm allowed fruit and I am allowed vegetables, and almonds count as a fat. And so, I think that's something that I'm going to try to recreate here at home. I'm also going to scour the internet to try to find recipes for that Moroccan cauliflower, because I am still obsessed with it. I want it so much. It's so good. So that is how the majority of my Orlando trip went, with me trying to stay on the plan as much as possible, but not beating myself up for having little bits of cheats here and there. Well, when I went to Universal Studios and went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I did not worry about the diet at all. I had a fruit breakfast, so that was a little bit more on plan, but it did come with a blueberry pastry that I ate, and it was delicious. I had butterbeer, even though that is completely off plan, and that was amazing. Oh my god. I would not be able to stick to Profile if they had butterbeer here, like authentic butterbeer. I would be off this plan, because it was so good. And also, I was very surprised that I loved their pumpkin juice. I had not even thought about pumpkin juice being like a Harry Potter thing, which of course it is. It's huge in all the movies. It's mentioned in the books a bunch. And I had not even thought that, okay, they're going to have like an authentic pumpkin juice. And they did, and it was so good. Like, I honestly drank 2 bottles of it, and I wanted way more than what we had. And then I probably would have brought some back if it had been on plan, but it's not on plan at all, but it was delicious. I also let myself have some butterbeer ice cream. That was amazing, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was kind of nice to have ice cream, which I have not had in 3 months. I also had fish and chips for lunch, because it's supposed to be kind of British, and what's more British than fish and chips? So those are kind of the cheats that I let myself have at Harry Potter Wizarding World, and I don't regret it. Like, I honestly don't regret any of the cheats that I had through my entire vacation at Orlando. It was fun to be able to live my life and not worry about it too much and still lose weight. When I came back, I went right back onto the plan. We landed in Minnesota at about 9 a.m. and on Sunday, I did not have a single cheat, and I have not had a single cheat since then. So we've been back for a week, and I've been able to stick to the plan again, which is nice, because my only concern was that if I let myself cheat in Orlando, it would be very, very difficult to come back and be on the plan 100% and not cheat when we were home. I have found that I've been able to do that pretty easily. My sister and I went to the Renaissance Fair on Friday, and I actually brought a salad and some carrots and an apple, and I put them in a cooler in the car. And when we got hungry, we, instead of eating their food where it was stuff that was difficult for me to find, stuff that was in the plan and kind of overpriced, to be honest. We just went back to the car and ate lunch in the car and then went back into the festival and enjoyed the rest of our day. So that was really nice, and I'm glad that when I went with my sister, she was okay with doing that and had actually brought her own salad to eat in the car as well. I didn't feel guilty that we had to walk all the way back to the car, which actually we got a pretty close parking spot, so that was fine. And then I got more exercise in because I was walking back and forth to the car. That was the other thing with Orlando, is that I ended up doing a lot more walking in Orlando than I did in Minnesota, because the convention hall where the conference was taking place was huge and was actually about a 10-minute walk from my hotel room. So it made it easier to kind of justify what I was eating and the little cheats I was allowing myself, because I got a lot of walking in during the convention. And then I also went to Disney World and to the Universal Studios, and we walked around pretty much the whole day there. So that kind of counteracted a lot of the cheats that I was letting myself have. So that's how I was able to kind of justify it in my head. So that is how my trip to Orlando went, and that is how my 3-month update went. I'm down 5.5 inches. I'm down 3.98 pounds since my last weigh-in. I'm under 200 pounds. So everything seems to be going very, very well for me. I am very excited about the ease of sticking to this plan, how easy it was for me to fall back into the routine of this plan after my vacation, and the fact that I did not have to feel guilty about the little cheats that I allowed myself on my vacation, because I still was able to lose weight and I still put a lot of exercise in. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please hit that like button. Also subscribe so you can follow me along on Operation Lose a Baby Hippo. I will see you all in week 15. Cohen is a little bit disgusted with me because I am editing my video and not paying enough attention to her. So she came under here to pout. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, such a big stretch. Isn't she the cutest puppy in all the world? Yeah, she